Alright boys, 3 reasons you're not making sales, reselling edition. Now, if you've clicked on this video, you're not making money, alright? You might have just started reselling, just got your first few products up, you're not getting any clicks on your listings, people are messaging you but not following up or whatever, and you're just sort of stuck. And I know how you feel, I've been in that position before, but I've been able to scale my reselling business to easily made over 10,000 in my reselling career, I guess you could say. But without further ado, let's get into the video. Now, actually, before we do get into the video, I just want to quick shout out to my Discord. We've had a lot of members been joining in the past few days, which is excellent. And yeah, I've got some admin in there. Vinko is helping me out, and also got some more content I've been putting up. So the reselling course, it's going to have like tons and tons of modules. I've been slowly putting more stuff up as of late. And yeah, this is my latest video. So finding suppliers live on Alibaba. So if you want to know how to find suppliers, I literally teach you like for free in my Discord, where I just go on and show you how to find suppliers live on Alibaba. And that video is an absolute banger. So moving on, let's get straight into the content. So what this video is not. So before we get into why you're not making sales, I want to get rid of all the cliche bullshit that a lot of these other like resellers and like other like YouTubers out there are going to say. So like number one, you're not getting shadow banned. Like these are just like lame ass half-assed excuses that these YouTubers use. Like I want to actually break this down into like a business standpoint on the actual reselling, not just like crap like you're getting shadow banned, you're not using like key hashtags and like key like words in your listings like SEO. And I want to get rid of like the thing around like too saturated. Like yeah, I mean it's harder to sell stuff that's like a little bit saturated, but really it's saturated for a reason. It's because it sells. Like it's literally why it's saturated, because it sells. So it's not really saturated at all. It's just good because people get money from it. Like I guarantee if you were to still sell AirPods in 2024, you'd be making money. So let's put it that way. So we're going to put out entrepreneurial caps on, boys. We're going to think like entrepreneurs, like young businessmen, which we all are. So that's who I cater for. That's my target demographic. And if you're watching this video and you're a young entrepreneur, I can already tell you're going to like this video. So number one reason why you aren't getting sales is you haven't chose the correct market. Now, I know this is a bit similar to being too saturated in a way, because like you're not choosing the right market, like it could be too saturated, but it's a bit different. And this is much more of a, like I said, an entrepreneurial like standpoint on it, a business perspective. We want to think like businessmen. So this is based off 4 criteria, and I get these. All the content in this video is basically from an entrepreneur known as Alex Tormosi. I'm sure a lot of you guys have probably seen him before. He's a great entrepreneur. Go check him out. So number one, does your product solve a problem or a pain? So first off the bat, our product needs to solve an actual problem. So our AirPods right here, they solve the problem of allowing people to listen to music. So problem. So can you reach your chosen avatar easy? Can we find people who want to buy AirPods easy? Yes, we can just find them on Facebook when we advertise, which we'll come to in a moment. Does your chosen avatar have money? So what is our demographic for people who are buying AirPods? Is it babies? Not really. Is it going to be people who are a bit older, maybe like businessmen or something, who like want to like put their headphones in and whatever? Yeah, so they're going to have money, aren't they? Is it going to be like mums and that? Yeah, they're going to have money. Is it going to be like old people who like retirees who just want to like sit there and fucking listen to the radio? Not really, and they're kind of broke as well. So AirPods are a good like thing where we can like target people. So they got to have money. And number 4, is your product in a growing space? Yeah, AirPods are like one of the biggest products out there, like the most popular like headphone in existence. So obviously they're going to, this product's in a growing space. So yeah, AirPods are a good thing in my opinion. It's just that a lot of people sell them, and you got to try find other ways of outreaching, which we'll get into in a moment. But before we do, I just want to go into another quick little case study. So my hottest product at the moment are Gucci bags, and if you've been talking to me on the reselling Discord, I've been telling you that this product is best for me. And if you want to like get Gucci bags into like where you live, just let me know. I know where to find cheaper ones, like on special, basically, like really cheap. So number 1, so it solves the problem of boosting their ego. So a very common problem. Now you might think the Gucci bag solves the problem of carrying stuff around. No, sir, it doesn't. Because what's the difference between my $20 like Champion like shoulder bag and like a $2,000 Gucci messenger bag? Well, it's ego. People want to like look high status. They want to look classy. They want to think they're the man, and that all comes like within the mind, not actually like a physical sort of like problem where like you put headphones in and like you listen to music. It's no, like I want to feel like the man, so I'm going to put my Gucci bag on and walk around. So when we sell reps, our target market is always on Marketplace, eBay, etc. So is our target audience easy to reach? Yes, we can just sell through eBay, whatever, Marketplace, the usual. We all know this. This is basic. So are there people willing to pay? Does the clientele for this product actually have money? Yeah, they would. So yeah, there are plenty of people willing to trade X amount of money for having this symbol of status. Obviously, they can't afford the real thing, so you might argue that they don't have the money. But if they're buying reps, yeah, if it's a lot cheaper, yeah, they're going to buy the rep. So you could argue it works in our favor and doesn't work in our favor. Because realistically, Gucci as well aren't really missing out any sales either. Is this a growing market? 100%. 100% Gucci is a growing market. As we can see down here, a screenshot. Gucci overtakes Dior in its return to second place since winter 2021. Recamming is blah, 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 whatever. And that was just in this year as well. So 25th of January 2024. So obviously Gucci's on the rise still, boys. And it's still very popular with people. So moving on. So number 2 is the MPMV. So method, platform, media, volume. Now you're probably wondering, what the hell are you even talking about? Why are you going so in depth on this? It isn't that deep. Boys, if you want to make money from this, you have to treat it like a business. You making your money by yourself from your own means is a business. So we're going to treat it like that. It's a business, so we're going to treat it like one. So the MPMV, or method, platform, media, and volume, is an acronym I stole from Mr. Hormozy. So thank you, Alex. So it is a marketing point of view of how to get more sales through reselling. So I'll go through each one individually because it's a bit hard to explain all at once. But essentially, method is like how we advertise. Well, not how we advertise, so how we get clients. So like advertising is a method, and then there's like outreach and like getting agencies to do it, and then there's like existing customers, and then there's like paid ads, like we just said. Platforms, so like what we're using, so eBay, Facebook, Depop, Vinted, that sort of stuff. So our like reselling platforms that we actually sell on. Our media, like how we're advertising our things. So usually it's just like in the form of listings, so like on eBay and Marketplace. But we can like go through other stuff, which I will discuss. And then volume. So volume can be related to like a lot of things. So it can be related to actually putting out many different products or advertising on many different platforms, which is the same as platforms, but like at a volume. So we can combine like all different 4 elements, and you're going to make sales if we combine all 4. So let's start with our method. So method is the way we choose to advertise our products or get customers. So from a business perspective, there only are a few ways to get clients. So there's outreach, cold and warm outreach in particular. Advertising, our way, which is free. So that's good. So we don't actually have to pay. So it's sort of advertising. It's more like listing. There's content, which I'll get into right at the end of the video, which is a really sort of smart way to go about it. Or agencies, existing customers, or affiliate marketing. We don't really want to get agencies involved. Existing customers are very good, but we want to get this. You're clicking on this video to get money, so you don't already have existing customers, if you know what I mean. And then affiliate marketing, which again, it just makes it a bit more complex. So we'll just start with the ones advertising, which I think is the easiest one, and then we'll discuss a few other ones which you can also use, which are sort of simpler to implement too. So platforms. So as resellers, we have a number of platforms we can sell on. So you've got Facebook Marketplace, we've got eBay, we've got Depop, and we have Vinted. There's obviously like tons more out there that I don't even know about myself, but I mainly just use like these 3. Vinted I can't use because I'm in Australia, but I know you guys in the UK and I think maybe in America might use. So yeah, make the most of that if you got that. But yeah, eBay and Facebook are my main ones, and sometimes I use Depop depending on how I go. So if you aren't advertising on all platforms, start doing this, unless you can't obviously do that. So if you're just starting out and you're like flipping like couches or something, like obviously you cannot post on like eBay or something. Like you're not going to be able to like ship like a massive like freaking cabinet, are you? Like that's just like common sense. But if you got like clothes, you can definitely do on Depop, Facebook Marketplace, eBay, and Vinted. So it's like you got 4 avenues where you can advertise down. So it's about getting more eyeballs on like your product. And the more eyeballs on your product, the more chance you're going to land like a sale, and that person looking at your item is going to buy. So media. So media has got to do with how we are advertising our products. So most of the time we can only create listings. However, there are a couple other tools we can use. So there are plenty of Facebook groups out there which you can advertise on. Now, back when I was selling like G'd Up hoodies, which is like an Australian thing, Australian brand, there's like a whole like group dedicated to this G'd Up hoodie buy, sell, and trade, where you can like obviously buy, sell, and trade your G'd Up hoodies, and they would exclusively do that. And so you're basically just going straight down into your market. So you've got people in there who are wanting to buy your stuff. You've got customers who are literally looking for the stuff you want, which is excellent. So if you have G'd Up hoodies, like get in that. Likewise, if you have like other like electronics or even like other clothes and that, get straight in there. And there's even like a rep communities as well, which you can sell on via Facebook Marketplace. So you're literally basically getting rid of like the whole listing thing and going straight to your like target audience, which is great for if you want to get customers quick and make money fast. So I recommend using that a lot. Personally, myself, I don't use that a lot because generally I find advertising is easy enough for me. But I do use the next one, which is boosting listings. Now, this is sort of basically paying for advertising. So at the moment, we get like free advertising. So we get our Facebook Marketplace listings for free or whatever. But when we boost and pay for our listings, we get more eyeballs on our product, which, like I said before, is better for us because the more eyeballs on our product, the faster it's going to sell. And so I recommending like boosting your listing if it's like, say, over 100 Australian dollars. If it's anything under, maybe it's not worth it. But if it's definitely over $100 or like a high ticket sort of item, like my Gucci bags that I sell, I definitely boost because the more people that see it, the more people I can talk to, and even like the more customers I can get in, and more orders I can get. So even with boosting listings, it can be about getting more customers too, not just making like one sale. And lastly is volume. So volume just means doing more work. It's not the maths term where you like go look at like the area of like a phone or some bullshit, like where it's got volume, like length and width or something. It's not that shit. So volume refers to doing more. So for reselling, because we are advertising, we need to advertise more. So that's groundbreaking, I know. Who would have thought you had to advertise more to make more money? So we need to firstly list more items. So volume of listing more items. So list our items on all platforms. So volume of platforms. And that relates back to the platform thing, which I was talking about before. So list on Facebook groups as well, which we just discussed. Following up with existing leads. So if, say, someone messages you and then they sort of like ghost you, don't reply back, I message them again and again, so get that volume game going. A lot of the times, businesses don't land like clients up until like the 9th or 10th follow-up. Another thing I learned from Mr. Hormozy. So, yeah, like you got to keep following up with. I know it's like you look like a dickhead and like a pain in the ass, but even if it's just like a high, like $100 product or something, just follow up, and eventually just be like, maybe even offer like a discount or something. Like eventually you're gonna make the sale. So listing more fake listings. So listing like items that you don't have like in your physical presence. So say for instance, I wanted to like sell like Palm Angel sunglasses, but I didn't actually have a pair. Let's just say I didn't have a pair. So I'd go get photos of that and I'd list it up, and then I'd do it for another product and another product and another product, and I'd see which ones get the most views, get the most like clicks, get the most messages back, the most like sort of sales, basically, who's going to make the most money. And you can just tell that from analyzing your listing. I'll talk about analyzing listings in the Discord as well, fake listings, that is. So volume is also a big one. So other methods we can use. So as resellers, we've already discussed our main avenue is advertising, but we can still do more, boys. We can definitely do more. So out of outreach, cold or warm, agencies, content, existing customers, and affiliate marketing, which do you think would work? Like, what do you actually think, like, to think right now, what do you reckon would actually, like, work in terms of these, like, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 things? I reckon pretty much all of them could work except for, like, one, which is agencies. You can definitely make all of them work to, like, some extent, but you don't really want to be hitting on, like, agencies. Like, that's just sort of, like, weird. But the first one I think, which is probably the easiest to implement as well, if you're struggling to make sales, is warm outreach. And sometimes you do warm outreach without even realizing. So warm outreach is the simplest on the list and involves you like sending a message to like your friend. So basically, you either go message your friend or you like go see him in person. You go dab him up and you say, "What's up, bro?" Say, "Oh yeah, bro, I'm just ordering some stuff, some reps in off Panda Buy or like whatever you use, like Alibaba. You want anything, bro?" And yeah, basically, that 9 times out of 10 they might just say like, yeah. Like they literally will. Like the amount of times I've talked to like people I know Be like, I'm getting some reps in, and they're like, oh, can I buy something? Can I get this? Can I get that? And then you put a little bit of money on the end of it. Not too much, because you're not like ripping them off, but like you're doing them a service nonetheless. So like, don't feel bad about charging prices for that. And I guarantee if you send this to like 10 friends, like most of them will probably say like, yeah, if they're like into like that sort of stuff. So like, I'm guessing if you're watching this video, you're like into like reps and like your fashion and that, and that means your friends are probably too into that stuff. So 9 times out of 10, they're going to say that. Content is another massive one. This is huge. This is the smartest resellers do content. Like myself. Nah, just kidding. I'm a little bit different, but back in the day, I used to make like content like myself. I would just like make like little slideshows of like me with like all my AirPods like jumbled up together and like $50 notes and shit on the table, and be like, oh, if you want to get rich off reselling, start reselling AirPods. Got my vendor links in the bio and you can pay me, or you can buy my AirPods off me myself. I'm a vendor, and I genuinely made money from that. I made sales from that, and it was the trashiest like little TikToks of all time. And I somehow not like tricked, but like got little kids, like funneled little kids into like buying this stuff off me, and it's mental. So I don't do that anymore, obviously. But if you want to do that for some reason, like you can go do that if you want. So like I say here, where they sell products to you, like middleman. So like you go talk to this like supplier, like middleman on TikTok, and they'll like ship you AirPods for like $50 something, rather than you going like buy like 20 off Alibaba. So I would do that. I would just like ship off like $50 AirPods to people. Or they sell like product links or like vendor like links. Lots of people do that, like vendor spreadsheets. I charge like $20 for like different like vendors of like clothes, electronics, etc. Like literally like the Amon dude here. If you guys haven't heard of Amon, he is like one of the biggest like resellers of all time. He's literally like called like the godfather of like reselling, because that's how like loaded he's got off of. Like he is genuinely rich off reselling. This dude has 62,000 followers on Instagram. He owns the F2P, so Flip to Profit. Discord, it's got thousands of members, and look, he's still selling $10 vendor links. Like this dude is sleazy as hell. Like, come on, man. And then Yao, if you guys don't know, Yao is actually an Australian. So you can see he's called Yao Betting, but he was used to be called Yao Reselling. This dude was more of like a middleman rather than like a Discord owner. This man was just had hundreds and hundreds of AirPods and like iPhones he'd be selling daily. I remember this man in like the peak of his powers, like last year, was putting up 10, 20 stories a day of him making sales. And what he would do is he would just send them out all at once, and he'd get like a bunch of fake receipts as well from JB Hi-Fi and act like these are real items. I actually ordered one of his phones for $500, like a dickhead. Just trying to see like what it was, see if it was any good. And it was straight trash. The iPhone was trash. He's probably like, on like Facebook Marketplace, when you go on and like see like fake iPhone 15s, like you can just tell they're fake because they're listed for like $1,000 and they're like unopened or whatever. And like for some reason, people don't want a brand new iPhone rather than sell their old one. Like that doesn't make any sense. And that's literally him. He's the one who started that bullshit, because he would sell all those fake phones like $500, and he'd be making like 10 sales a day, and he'd be making like minimum $200 on each sale. So that man is loaded, and probably still is. But yeah, boys, content is a huge one. If you want to like start advertising a product like through reselling, content is the way to go. But obviously, if you're just focusing on like getting small sales for now, just start by implementing the other methods. Just for like the more advanced guys who've already made like tons of money off reselling and want to expand their stuff to like the next level. All right, boys, so that's like 20 minutes worth of content. So I'll wrap it up here. But remember, join the Discord. It's absolutely free. I'm not like these guys. I'm not selling a big product that is. I will be soon, hopefully. But yeah, I guarantee you that if you watch to the end, like join the Discord, like DM me, I'll respond back like completely for free. Like I'll literally give you advice. Like you can ask anyone in the Discord. If you DM me, I'll literally send you like voice messages back, paragraphs back, like Loom videos back like this, essentially just explaining stuff for like absolutely free. But yeah, anyways, boys, I'll catch you on the next one. Hope you enjoyed the video. See ya.